Hey guys, this is C-Moe from C-Moe Builds, and today we're going to be reviewing the LEGO Star Wars set 10186 General Grievous. The set contains 1,085 pieces and appears in Episode 3. This was released in 2008. Let's look at General Grievous. Okay, since there are no minifigures included in the set, we will start by looking at the base and the platform that General Grievous is standing on. But before I even start this review, I do want to apologize for all the dust that is pretty much embedded within this set. There's dust on top of everything on the set, as it has been on the shelf since 2008 and has never been taken down because it's a UCS set, which means it's not really meant to be played with. But nonetheless, let's start on the stand. So you will notice that there is a Star Wars General Grievous sticker there. That is a sticker, which if it was a printed piece, that would be absolutely amazing, but it is a sticker, so we're just going to have to get on with life. And it does have a really nice General Grievous head behind his name, and it's pretty much whenever you see that sticker, that's a clear indication that it's a UCS set. You don't just get that on any set. But that is kind of cool, considering this is, as of right now, the only UCS set I have, but I am asking for some in the future, so see what happens with that. So this platform does really look nice with all these tiles here. Gives it a very smooth look, these two and all of this. It just makes it look very presentable. Unfortunately, though, where I have it placed, it's on a very high shelf, and you really can't see the platform. But I will be showing you guys a collection video sometime in the future. Just kind of want to get a couple more sets to make it look better there we go, for the collection video. But anyway, back to this set. This here can swivel all the way around, but it does whenever you get to like a new section of the platform. There is a little kind of thing that puts it in place, kind of locks it in. So I thought at first that this was just like a building flaw, that I had done something wrong, but turns out it's actually supposed to be like that, so in case you want to show his side or his back or something, but you still want to have this facing forward, you can just put it on the shelf like this if you'd like. But I think it looks fantastic from the front, so I keep it like this. So that pretty much sums up the base. Now we will kind of look at the legs and torso area of General Grievous. Alright, so from here you can see the lower part of his torso and his legs. I will get into kind of the central torso area where there's a lot of detail in there in a minute, but I'm going to start right here. So to start, there is adjusters here. You will see within the leg right there that you can kind of adjust him. But I think in order to make it stand up properly, you kind of have to have it like that. You'll see what I mean in a little bit when I zoom out a little bit more, but that's just how it looks the best. And this is the easiest way to kind of keep it center of gravity. You know, the neck can move a little bit. That's pretty much all that can move, and the toes can move. That obviously doesn't affect anything. So if you're having problems with it falling forward or backwards, you can easily be adjusted right here. And there is very nice detail on his legs. They made this look fantastic. Definitely one of the better UCS sets there are. But they just did a really good job here with the gray and white pieces. And these can be adjusted slightly too, just to get the best pose possible. Now looking at the back, I usually do this in a separate clip, but I will show it all to you in once. You can see the back of his legs a little bit right here. Just these can move. A lot of things can be adjusted, small and very minor things, just to create the best looking pose that you can possibly make. But really, that's all up to you, and I don't really need to show all that. But if I can think of it, I'll definitely put it in, but just know there are a lot of hidden features within the set. And you can kind of start to see, it looks to be, I guess, kind of a spine with all these bumpy pieces. Not sure if you can see. Okay, you can see it there definitely, but that looks really nice from the back. But unfortunately, like I said earlier, it's on a shelf and it really can't be noticed. I just hit the camera, sorry about that. And now we will look kind of in the organ area, and there's a lot of detail in there that I want to get to, so let's do that right now. Okay, so here we are. Now, the first thing I want to point out is that these two things right here are indeed stickers. It's just those two on the General Grievous plate at the bottom. Those are the only 3 stickers included in the set, so not too bad. Now, these organs can kind of move out of the way a little bit, like kind of like that. You kind of have to move it down and then to the side, and these can come down like this if you really want to look inside, and this can come up, of course. I don't want to break it, but I really feel like I'm going to on accident. But let's see what we can do here. Alright, that's pretty much as good as it's going to get. I'm sorry, but here, I'll actually get under it really quick. So let me get back just so we can get a much better view. Alright, so I hope you can see up in there. This is a very awkward camera angle to try and get to, but there is a brown head and a brown, like, top of a cape kind of looking thing. You see it on the top of a lot of Jedi and Sith. It's kind of weird that they included this as kind of the organ pieces. And they also have red tentacle pieces in there, I guess representing the heart, all that together. Sorry that I can't really get much light in there. This is a very awkward angle for the camera, but that's kind of the best I can do. So that's kind of an interesting way that they incorporated that, but it definitely does look good. It's not really too noticeable, but just looking at it from a glance, and if you're not really like up into it, it definitely looks presentable in the form that they did it in, which was a little awkward to me, but still looks good nonetheless. And I guess let's look at kind of the arms now. So I'll be right back. So here is a look at his lower left arm, but they are all the same, so I'm not hiding anything from you by only showing one. Once again, lots of dust here, so I do apologize for that. But they do have really good detail. They used vent pieces, and they had these white pieces up here and kind of a hose end piece, and on the back they had this really nice white piece here. That just looks really, really nice. Looks like kind of back of the arm protection, and just creates a really stunning image. And that's pretty much it for the arm. Like, it can move a little bit. Like, you have to take it out, which is just connected by a Technic piece up here. You just kind of take it out, and if you want it to face like up or something, you could play with it right here. It's just a Technic piece like that. It slides into there. But this obviously looks the best the way that it's meant to be. So that's kind of it. And for the hand, you'll notice right here that the lightsaber, he's not actually holding it. It's kind of just connected by this. And that goes for all the arms, all the same. But I'll get into the lightsabers last after I get into the entire set. But it just, these two fingers here are aligned, and then it just slips in like this. And let's just get it in first. There we go. And his hand, he only has 3 fingers, which I didn't pay close enough attention to the movie if that's accurate or not, but it seems accurate. Obviously, he's not a human. I think he was a human, actually, at one point, and then all he has left is organs and a brain, which is interesting, but that's kind of besides the point. I'm just reviewing the set, not telling you Star Wars background. But now I'm going to show you something that you can do with the upper arms, and then I'll get into the neck and head area. So this set does include 2 of these little white shoulder pads here. That's pretty much what they are, and very basic build, but the purpose of these is, if you recall from the movie, he's only shown with 2 arms until the Obi-Wan versus General Grievous chase, and then lightsaber battle, and then the murdering of General Grievous. But up until that point, he's only shown with 2 arms, and if you want to do that, there's a very quick and easy substitute. Just pull this out. It has the same Technic connection as the bottom arms, and you just plug this in right there, and it makes it look like he only has 1 arm. I think that looks very presentable. Now let me take out the other arm just so you can kind of see what it looks like with just these here. I'll kind of back him up for you. So that's kind of what he looks like with just the 2 arms. I think it looks pretty good, but obviously he looks more menacing and just a lot cooler with the 2 extra arms on the top, and 4 lightsabers just looks really cool. But I just wanted to know that that definitely is a substitution that you could make for storage purposes, or if you think this looks better some way, or I don't think it looks better, but if you do, then this is a valid option for you to use. Now we will look at the neck and head area, and then we'll wrap up and get to the conclusion. So here is his neck and head area. You will see that there is a completely finished off white ring around his neck. That was definitely seen in the movie, and I think they captured that scene very well with this UCS General Grievous set. There are also tubes right here and going into the mouth area to help him breathe, because obviously he coughs a lot in the movie and has breathing problems, which he's barely even a human anymore. But his head is on a ball joint and can move up and down really only. If you want to make him look up, you can do that. Whoops. Hang on, let me fix that really quick. Yeah, that's one thing you do have to look out for. That will happen from time to time. It's a very fragile set, so definitely not meant to be played with at all. Or, like I said, you can make him look down like that. But looking straight forward looks good enough for me. And his nose area is used by a vent piece and a little hook there for the end of the mouth or something. Not really sure what that's supposed to be. But it does definitely look pretty good. And you can see kind of the Technic build in there. Here's the ball joint right there. That's used to maneuver the head around. And then here on the back of the neck, there is this piece right here that can go up and down a little bit. Nothing that you would notice, but just wanted to point it out. And that's pretty much for the General Grievous set. Alright, so here are his 4 Jedi colored lightsabers. There are 1 green and 1 blue on both his top set of arms and bottom set of arms, and if you pay attention close enough, they are all molded different, or they're kind of customized. All their handles are built differently, and they all have these hooks here, which connect to the 2 fingers that are right up against each other. That just sticks in the fingers, and it fits perfectly. So, just wanted to show you what the 4 different lightsabers look like. Now, let's get to the conclusion. So, this General Grievous, as it came out in 2008, is expensive to get today, but it does definitely pack a punch. This is definitely the best buildable figure that you can get right now. There was the Yoda and the Darth Maul head that were in the very early 2000s, but this is definitely, as of right now, the best buildable figure to date. They're starting to sell some now for like $25 each, but I don't really think those look good. They